Hello Internet folk, and hello to fans of the basic programming language. I want to demo some changes I've made, very small changes, to the file open modal window in Basic Anywhere Machine. So this window is to go and pick a basic program that you've worked on already and open it. For example, click on it and it opens it. Now, um, today I wanted to be able to work on a basic program and copy some code from one I had previously done before. And I found myself having to go back to this window, go into some other program, copy the code, then back into the original program I was working on, to paste that code in there. And I thought, okay, you know what? That doesn't work for me. I need something better. So what I decided to do is set things up so that I can keep my program open, but open in a secondary view-only window. A second program, even a third or a fourth if I wanted to copy code from these other programs into the one I'm working on at the moment. Instead of reinventing the wheel and creating more menu items and more windows to work with, I decided to just take the file open modal window and modify it so that I can open from here another program into a secondary window. Now, the way this window currently works, what we have out there on the internet right now, is it allows us to search for programs by entering some text, and that narrows down our list. And we see it gives a list of programs with links when we can click on a program to open it. It also lets us know if a program is either in production or uh, in development mode, like Alpha over here. It has been developed, and this one over here is in development. And we've got a few options on how we can view the information. We can, well, we've got a big list right now, which is all of our programs. We can choose to see these programs by recently changed, so we can find programs based on the date that we would have worked on it. And it kind of gives an overview as well as to of the kind of work that we've been doing over the past while. And from here we can also show a delete button. So this window is not just for finding a program to open it, but it's also a way to manage the programs that we've got in Basic Anywhere Machine. And we can click a program, like just delete a program by clicking on this garbage can button. And the reason I've got this button hidden most of the time is because not very often we want to delete programs, and just to prevent deletion of programs by accident, I keep that button hidden by default, and otherwise we show it. So that's how the file open modal window works. Has been working for a while now. Now let's compare that to the version that I've worked on today, and you'll notice that let me set this back to normal here. I've hidden the status, the promotion level of each program, because I'm not necessarily convinced that it's something anybody wants to see by default. And what I've done is I've set it up so that way by default we don't see it. If we want to see it, we now have an option to show the promotion levels of our programs, and otherwise it stays hidden. Not quite sure if this will be the default going forward, so by default not show it. Maybe I should set it up so that by default it does show it, but people can hide it, or leave. I'm not quite sure how to set this up, and we'll figure things out going forward. Maybe, and maybe at the moment, these settings, well, current versions out there on the web, and this new version I'll be putting out shortly, all of these options, they're only temporary. So it's when you happen to go into this program, into Basic Anywhere Machine, when you set an option to show things a certain way, the next time you go into Basic Anywhere Machine, you reload it, it doesn't remember the settings that we had in the file open window. So we have to click on them again. Maybe I need to set some up to save these values in cookies or something like that. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, so like before, we got the show delete button. We've got the show recently changed view, uh, and now showing promotion level is an option. And here's the fourth option I've added. This is totally new functionality, which is the ability to have a little link box so that we can open a program in a secondary window. Let's put the focus on this version of Basic in our machine and see how that works. So today I was going to work on pie charter 2, and I want to copy some code from pie charter 1. So now I can just go and find my first pie charter program. Let's hide the delete button, not making any mistakes here. And I just click on this little box, and now I got some other program open in a different window. And we can tile these two windows, put them side by each, and now I can copy whatever code that might be here into this other one. Now the problem with this is that if I copy a whole bunch of code, I get the line numbers too. I don't want them, so I added a little hide line numbers checkbox here. So then I can grab a whole bunch of code from this program and paste it into this other one. So anyway, it's just a little something to improve workflow. I'll have this new version of Basic in our machine out within the next 10 minutes. Well, 30 minutes. I'll put this video on YouTube first, or one or the other. Anyway, if you do use Basic in our machine, I hope you find this feature useful. And if you've got any suggestions, please post them here on YouTube or anywhere else that you happen to find me on the web. Cheers.